All right, winners finals of the open bracket. We have a lot of matches to get through, so I figured we should just jump ahead a little bit here. Did I see the Goku float at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade? Yeah, the best part about that is here we see Goku in his Super Saiyan Blue outfit. That cracked me up. I won't lie. Yeah, our Oker, that was pretty funny. Super Cyan Blue. Punish. Nice. That was a misconfirm. I think it's because CJ stood up at the last second. First of all, we'll just say CJ Truth had an amazing weekend this weekend, right? Last weekend at Red Bull, he was killing it, dude. Putting hands on everybody. See that standing medium kick buffer from Tokido just in case you came down with the button? That was like a really... That was one of those spacings where you have to just be super on point. Ooh. Counter hit confirm. That's one thing that's really, really important to have as Cammy, right? Is like those... Finding hit confirms off of all your straight buttons and knowing your routes really well. You know, I think that this is where Cammy players need to do EX drill. It's very, very hard. But I think there's an optimal distance to EX drill, which is like right here. Any closer, and you have the unfortunate situation where you go through them and you lose your corner position, right? You see that CJ is at like the perfect distance where the EX drill hits, but he still maintains the front, right? A lot of times EX drill goes through. Yeah, that neutral jump would have been fine if he didn't stick out a button, I think. You see him trying to hit confirm that crouching medium kick? Man, he's chilling. CJ is just relaxing, blocking. By blocking all these normals, you get that gray life and you build V-trigger, right? So just... Oh, that feels bad. Tatsu? Oh, no, I guess just a knockdown. Yeah, he probably already used the juggle. Baited it. He's waiting. He's pumping for the jump, right? That's the one thing that he's looking for. He's waiting for the... Yeah, you can see... Juggle. Back that. She played it real slow. He was respecting wake up uppercut. But you see Tokido was pumping right before this, right? He was waiting for that jump. He was pumping. He was really waiting for that V-trigger dive kick, which you have to be super on point to anti-air, right? It's really hard. It's pretty hard for Tokido to win this. Yeah, medium kick, medium kick. He was hoping he'd buffer something. Nice. I can't believe he even did a jab there. But, I mean, if your reactions are on point, you're ready. He's there. You can see Tokido's trying to walk in really deep. A lot of the times you do this against players who have low forward hit confirms to try to bait them. And also because in a matchup like this, it's a little scary for Akuma to stand out kind of far away and like stick out buttons, right? Like Cammy, good Cammy players, world-class Cammy players will do a good job whiff punishing you. He's dead. If you don't like respect Cammy's limbs in the mid-range and you just try to swing against a good Cammy player, like you're just looking for crush counters, just going crazy, like they're just gonna whiff punish you or jump at you, right? That's the danger in doing that against a really good Cammy player. I think you see that Cammy players that are not at like the super highest level will struggle with that style where you just stick out kind of big buttons further away and she just gets crushed or blown up. But really, really good Cammy players are very good at dealing with it. Yeah, his standing medium kick is -4 now, so he has to be a little bit more careful. You can see even Tokido is like, just because the mid-range is so pesky, right? He's doing stuff like whiff down jab, down fierce. He's hoping that the whiff will bait CJ. He knows CJ's reactions are really fast, right? So he's whiffing something and then immediately doing something else to try to catch CJ off guard, right? Whiffing jabs to try to make him like bite the whiff punish. I think that crouching medium kick was supposed to be an EXDP, but he got side switched. Man, you risked your whole life there too. That's a really scary uppercut, but sometimes you have to do it, right? Man, Tokido cannot win this mid-range, right? And then the dash up suddenly, that was perfect, right? This is a good example of how to use your keep out tools to set up offense, right? A character like Cammy is really good at doing such stuff like this. So if you look back at the start of this round, this is a really good example of how to set up a dash, right? All he does is stay at this mid-range, and then he dashes up, and then right after he dashes up, Tokido's going to be thinking about it. He's like, all right, Cammy's going to want to dash in, right? Medium kick. And that's like, it counter hits him. Tokido's like, he backs up a little bit, like, okay, I got to think about this. Maybe I got to slow it down a little bit, right? Crouching medium kick lands. And then Tokido's like, whoa, okay. All these mid-range buttons are landing. He was going to look to interrupt the dash because that's what CJ just did. And then all of a sudden, he's like, all right, these mid-range buttons are landing. Maybe I should think about the spacing. Maybe I should think about, like, you know, bringing out the fireball and then the dash. This is a good example of CJ how to switch up your offense, right? Tokido was thinking about the dash, and then CJ tagged him a few times, and immediately Tokido thinks, like, okay, he's changed his neutral style, right? And then CJ switches it back up. And then at this range, those fireballs are pretty scary too because his reactions on EX drill, right? I don't think he should have V-trigger canceled right there. I think that was a good choice. Damn. He waited for back throw just to try to kill. Oh my. Man, CJ's playing really well. It's very rare that you see like somebody get away with something like that, but I think with how he was dominating in the mid-range, it just happens, right? His neutral is really, really, really clean. He's finding a lot of like opportunities to just land clean pokes. Then he counter hits Tokido hitting mid-range buttons, and then Tokido's like, all right, I shouldn't hit a button here. And then he dashes up, and then he tries to react with jab or something like that, gets counter hit for it. Yeah, walk up block. Tokido's buffering, just hoping that he runs into something. Oh boy. All right, nice. That's hard to hit confirm on regular hit, I think. Crush counter, it's pretty easy, but regular hit, you gotta be ready. Fireball activate here, right? He's gonna lose the corner because of that. I'm surprised Tokido didn't just take the time to activate. Got him. He's not gonna have critical art though, so he didn't spend any V trigger gauge. He woke up crouching medium kick. Man, this set was really fun to watch, I think. Man, dash in afterwards. Tokido was probably thinking he was gonna dash earlier, right? This dude, CJ Truth, hits defensive jab so much and it keeps catching Tokido. Because he just wants to walk up, he wants to hit a button or something like that. Yeah, he's buffering standing medium kick a lot because CJ's kind of having his way on the ground. He wins in one hit. That's why he's buffering that crouching medium punch from super far away. That's in a drill for sure. How were you ready for a neutral jump anti-air? Man, that's crazy. Man, no punish either. Oh my. Jesus Christ. I can't believe that worked. I mean, sometimes you have to bring out tricks like that, right? That was a great whip finish. This is where it gets a little hard, right? Akuma's knockdown pressure is really, really strong. And his corner control is great too. You see he's delaying his buttons a little bit. He's trying to figure out the timing of CJ's counter pokes. It's a little hard, I think. Yeah, you gotta watch activation point. Yep. That was exactly what Tokido was worried about. I think that's why he backed up and gave him some space. Cross cut DP. Back throw. He wins in one hit. Oh my god, he tried double dash throw. Jab activate. He's not dead. You know, we were backstage. And right when this knockdown happened, you know what I said backstage? I said, wake up super. He tried it. It was going to kill. If it hit, it was going to kill. I think he should have done... Well, I guess you read a meaty here if you wake up super, right? What I wish he had done is wake up crouching medium kick. Uppercut into wake up super or something like that, right? But he thought it was going to be a real meaty. And Tokido baited it out. He sensed it, right? Up until this point, I think it was all CJ truth. But in this match, I think Tokido started to figure out the way he played. And then right there, as soon as that DP happened, or that super happened, I felt like Tokido was going to win the set. I was like 99% sure. Just because I feel like that was CJ's last chance to win the set on winner's side. He looked so comfortable up until that point. But I think that was like his recognition. Like, all right, I got to try something here. Catches the dash in. And like, we didn't see that much in the first set, right? Like, how much did we see this? Where Tokido looks comfortable, not only interrupting him on the ground, but like finding counter hits because he knows when he's going to hit a button, right? We almost never saw that. Yeah, that's the great equalizer. That jump BX fireball is the great equalizer. It's like a stop sign in the air that prevents you from moving forward. It prevents like the opponent from really getting anything done. Yeah, one thing about the rest of this set is that I think Tokido does a really good job of intercepting CJ and finding counter hits, which before I feel like he was the one always getting counter hit, but he kind of changed up his timing. You see that walk in? I feel like he could never do that in the first part of this set. But after that round, after that third game, he looks so much more confident. Yep. Baited the DP, and he's playing super slow, right? Walk back, wait out of range, buffer that medium kick. Hit confirm. Boom. That's a lot of damage to tag on. He's respected the DP a lot. That time he didn't. Yeah, the mash out. I think that's one thing that CJ is, he still looks pretty fine about. Dashed into that medium kick. Wake up, backdash, dash forward throw. Yeah, see, he reacted to the dash again. How many times did we see Tokido do stuff like this in the rest of the set, right? I feel like the second part of this, he really utilizes the jab a lot more. Right, you see that jab, crouching medium kick? That counter hit combo was also. But this is the one thing about Tokido is to me it feels like his jab has like twice as much range as every other Akuma. I don't know why, but his jab seems like it's just broken. It just reaches so far. I don't know what about it. He's a straight up cheater. I feel like his jab just goes so far for no reason. See how far that was? Crosscut DP. Yeah, we haven't seen CJ even jump that much, right? A lot of this match is him been playing on the ground. Yeah, defensively, I like the way Tokido played this. He didn't see the dash. Walk out of the range, buffer medium kick just in case he committed to another button. And when he doesn't, walk up jab, right? Walk up jab, check. That's all. He's leading with a lot of walk up jab because it's very safe. And when you want to beat something like walk up jab, there's really two main options you're going to use, right? One is using buttons from really far away, and the other is jumping, right? You see that walk up jab? There's two things. Either CJ is going to buffer a button or hit a button here, or he's going to jump, right? Tokido probably thought he would sit still, which is why he threw the fireball, right? But that's kind of how you beat stuff like walk up jab. Yup. He's just using the jab to keep him like kind of in place constantly, right? Jab, jab, jab. And then that makes CJ want to hit buttons or jump. And then Tokido just answers accordingly, right? Like, oh, you want to hit buttons on the ground? Sure, I'll walk back out of the range. And instead of jabbing, like, I'll walk in, walk out, hit a button. That's what CJ's done now, right? Buttons, 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 and then there's the jump. You see how he goes to both of those answers a lot more now? It's because Tokido's jab has really been annoying him on the ground. Activate. Is that a V reversal? Oh, bro, you're dead. Man, that sucks. It was one thing. And the thing is that this is actually just a really bad V reversal point. There's no reason to V reversal here. Fierce, right? Because if you're V reversaling the fierce anyway, first of all, fierce is unsafe. So you shouldn't V reversal it just because, like, you know, you should punish it. Second of all, you shouldn't V reversal it when they have V trigger because you know they're gonna activate. And if they're activating, they can see the V reversal during the freeze. So this is first of all, I mean, it's great punish from Tokido. I didn't know that you could get roundhouse here. Did he step when he did that roundhouse? Hold on. Let me see. So he parries it. Does he step forward after the parry to do the roundhouse? Or does he just... Oh, he does. Wow. Okay, this is a little bit more impressive than I originally even thought it was. Because it was pretty impressive in the first place. Really, this is a great parry and punish from Tokido, but I think this is an error from CJ. I think that's an error from CJ. That's a bad V reversal point. And I think it's probably just nerves or just like the way he's playing in that moment, right? That's not a spot that you should V reversal. And now he's gonna walk him down. That jab is like a really big issue on the ground a lot, right? Yeah, the jab. The jab is great against a player like CJ who's super antsy and dashing around a lot, hitting buttons a lot. And then there's that medium kick, right? CJ knows that he's going to go for, like, you know, the jab. So he tries to hit something big to beat it. And then that's when Tokido just sticks out the medium kick to stop it. Side switch. CJ wins in one hit, though, right? I mean, Cammy with this on deck, he's just chilling. Walk in, jab. Wait out of range of the buttons. Walk in, jab. He played this, like, super clinically, right? The whole end of this set is built around the way CJ plays, right? Buttons in the mid-range. All right, Tokido's walk in, jab. Right? Then he knows, like, CJ is going to do one of two things. He's going to hit a button or he's going to dash. That reaction was crazy. That was a good adaptation from Tokido. The big thing is the jab there, right? Figuring out how to use the jab to stuff not only the movement, but make CJ hit buttons on the ground, make him jump more. He just conditioned him with one button really was the big deal there, right? But it goes so far. I mean, you know, figuratively and literally. The jab does go very far, but that jab alone really kind of changes the way the match has to be played, right? That was really good. Stupid Akuma jab. What are you going to do about it?